He put on his blue gloves and he said, man, I hope to God you ain't do what I think you did. You got to be the stupidest ever. And he was like, what do you mean? What do you mean? He said,
No, there was a story you were mentioning, man. I got to get your take on this story. You said a guy smuggled something in some places and got caught with it.
oh, the dude that got caught with the cell phone in his ass.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
How does one get caught? How does one even just break that down? Because again, smuggling things is like new to people as far as how creative can you get. But you always hear stories of someone trying to put some contraband up there. Go explain what happened here.
All right. So what happened was this, right? And I'm not in the feds no more. At this point, I'm in the state. So I'm on Smith unit. So every so often and shit, they'll come through with the drug dogs and shit and the COs and shit. They'll come up on the wing and stuff. And if the dog's barking and shit and they know it's drugs on the compound, oh, it's going down. So they're going to tell everybody, pack their shit and let's make a move. Put you in the gymnasium and they shaking you down. So while they shaking us down in the gymnasium or wherever they put us, they're tearing up the wing, looking for hidden contraband knives or whatever the fuck they can find. They tearing that bitch up. So this particular day, this dude, he was a punk, you know what I'm saying? Like a homosexual, you know what I'm saying? He was dealing with this dude out of West Texas. Now, homie had a cell phone. He was panicking right before we got pushed into the gymnasium. He was panicking about what he was going to do with his phone because the CEO who he normally gives his phone to is on vacation. So he fucked at this thing. So I guess he talked to his little homosexual partner, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, you're going to take one for the team. We're going to have to fist it. So everybody packed their shit. We going into the gymnasium. They got lines and lines and lines. And we're butt-ass naked, mind you. All we got on is a pair of boxers and some damn shower shoes. You got all your property sitting next to you and shit. And they're going to run through it with a fine-tooth comb. They find anything you ain't supposed to have, your ass going to get your issue. So this dude is right up front, like maybe 4 people from being shook down. Next. Now, don't get me wrong. With 400-500 people in this gymnasium, it's noisy. So during this noisy period, all we hear was, I don't know what you heard about me. A bitch can't get $1 out of me. No Cadillac, no perms you can't see. Then I'm a motherfucker PIMP. So people look around like, yo, you hear that? So we thinking that one of the CEOs snuck their phone and they got their shit in their pocket. That's what we thinking, right? But they looking at each other like, it ain't them. So the noise go away. Everybody go back to what they doing. Boom. About 5 more minutes pass. I don't know what you heard about me, but a bitch can't get $1 out of me. The punk is going crazy right now. He's sweating. I'm talking about they got these big ass fans up in this bitch blowing on us and shit. So ain't nobody got no reason sweating. This boy dripping. So Big West, you know what I'm saying? The CEO, he jumps up. He said, that shit coming from up. Hey, come here, homeboy. Come here. So he put on his blue gloves and shit. And he said, man, I hope to God you ain't do what I think you did. You got to be the stupidest motherfucker ever. And he was like, what do you mean? What do you mean? He said, man, shut up. Bend over. Pull your boxes down. Pulled his boxes down, and during the time he dug up in his ass, the phone went off again. You got mail. You got mail.
Couldn't put on vibrate. Couldn't put it on vibrate.
He said, your dumb ass had the nerve to stick a phone up your ass, but didn't cut it off.
I don't know what you heard about me. Damn. Oh, man. That's wild. That might be the throw us a little contraband sneaker store I didn't heard, bro. Or at least to get caught. Yeah. That's wild.
I mean, I didn't see some shit.
That's wild.
I didn't see some shit.
You know, a lot of people were asking about the mentality. You had told a story of a little, small dude getting assaulted by 6 men.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm curious to the sense that what would make 6 men want to attack one dude? Like the mentality behind that. And I asked that to say, there would be like, I don't want to say like gang hierarchy, but you have like one dude who like is the leader of a little group of people. And he's like, hey, we all got to do this. We all got to get in trouble. Sometimes, we all in the same car together, like, or, you doing a robbery. Right. We all going to get the same time. So the dudes be like, well, I might as well hop in there too.
Birds of a feather flock together. Let me just say that. You have some niggas that's fucked up like that at solo dolo. They don't give a damn what the other niggas got going. This is him. This is what he into. Then you got the others and stuff, they run around in the pack. You know what I'm saying? Because although they vultures like that, you know what I'm saying? We used to call them jack boys. You know what I'm saying? Although they run in the pack, that don't mean you hold them. It don't mean that you can pull this off if you actually looking at somebody you want to get into.
Right.
Because see, back in the day, 60s, 70s, and 80s, in prison, let's be honest, nobody really said a damn thing about boys getting raped and all that shit, because let's be clear. The same dudes that was doing it was the niggas who had the hands and had all the respect. These were your rapists. These were your booty bandits. That came with it. And ain't nobody talk down on them and this and that, because you know what was going to happen to you. But as time evolved, Tyler, the extortion rat, came out and exposed a lot of shit. And it was just like, we're not doing that no more. Do it at your own risk. It's going to get done, but do it at your own risk. You're going to get more time. Everything you do, you're going right back to the county. You're going to come back and get some more time. Mm. So it kind of smothered that a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's not as wild as it used to be back then.
Yeah.
So ain't nobody standing there as soon as you walk out, get off the bus and you got your mattress on there. You ever had your shit pushed back? Ain't nobody doing that shit no more. Nigga scared to death. Nigga trying to go home.
Yeah.
But it don't mean he don't have them. Mm-hmm. But if I click up with these jack boys right here, you know what I'm saying, I might get lucky.
In fact, the guy, what's his name, Fleece Johnson. I'm like, how the hell is he free? Someone who causes that, again, I don't know what he actually did, but to admits to being, I'm abandoned in jail, I'm taking it. How does that a person? I'm sure he must have had either extended life sentence or something, but. How does one like that talk like that on an MSNBC video, let's say 10 years ago, 15 years ago? How does a man like that be walking the streets today? Again, I don't know if his laws change or I'm like, you're a self-proclaimed rapist in prison, but yet within the 2 decades you're out.
You just said the key word, in prison. See, if he was outside committing these acts, they would be marching until they got him off the streets. In prison, these people want to find that clique of people and shit that'll get rid of y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I seen a judge tell an inmate, tell someone she was sentencing, she's like, you're going to find some big D's in jail. Like hoping he gets assaulted. I'm like, that's wild for a judge to say that. That means y'all must be in on the system.
Because you know what? The police don't like rats and bitch-made ass niggas, and neither do judges, lawyers, and fucking police. They'll use your ass up for all the information they can. And then when you get on the inside of the system and shit, you got CEOs walking around talking about, Say, oh boy, right there. Y'all might want to look him up because he in here. You remember that what you call the case and shit with the kids that got all them kids that got found in that basement and shit, molested and hurt. Yeah, that's your part.
The CEOs would drop the dime.
Getting their ass up. Giving their ass up because they don't like that shit either.
Yeah, so kind of putting the battery in the back of the inmates.
Yeah. So if you cool with certain CEOs or even if you ain't and they want something done with your ass, they'll come to somebody like me and be like, let's just say for the sake of argument that somebody walk through this gate and get an hour to shower and take care of their business. And it's somebody that you don't like against everything you stand for. And I'll open your gate and allow you to come out here and sweep and do your thing. What's going to happen? I'm going to kill that bitch ass nigga. You just might get your chance. Speaking without speaking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
like, I owe you a favor.
So like a Jeffrey Dahmer, did you feel that was going to be his fate based on the crimes he committed? Like he was going to die a brutal death in prison.
Hell yeah.
It's just a matter of when. Not if, but when.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Because I can't see CEOs or inmates just like letting a monster like this live. He ate black people. He killed everybody. So I can't see just the whole system allowing him to just do life in prison.
No, hell no. Hell no. One way or the other, somebody ain't gonna feel what you did and they gonna take, even if they had a what you call it on you and shit where couldn't nobody touch you, somebody and shit will take that lick and be like, fuck that shit. I'm gonna get him.
Wow.
Y'all scared of this motherfucker and shit? Shh.
So in that sense, would you say there's a brotherhood between guards and convicts? That there's some things that we could come together, whether it's sports, whether it's not liking somebody, like there's a brotherhood that can still come together.
Yeah, fucking right. You're going to find a lot of COs and shit, and that's how y'all, you know what I'm saying, start entertaining each other and get cool and shit. Start talking about the Cowboys and the Eagles and all this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? They still human just like we are. We still human just like they are. Yeah. We just got caught up doing some shit that they wish they could have.
How long do they shifts be? Do they be like 9 to 5, like 10-hour shifts?
It depends.
8 hours, 12 hours?
It depends because you got some prisons and shit where they got apartment complexes outside of it. And you probably driving from Dallas all the way to fucking Leesville, Louisiana, some damn well. So you got to pull a week and shit doing 12-hour shifts or 8-hour shifts or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's different for different folks. You stay around the corner and shit, you might come do your 8 and skate. Versus this person got to come here. They got a fucking TV up in the room. They got a apartment for them and this and that. They bring their food, bring their stuff. They clock in, they clock out, and they go back for the next week. So it all depends.
With that being said, you had mentioned another video that was, kind of gone viral, man. Again, I think a lot of people felt it was when you spoke about the silence. And it's interesting. When I asked you the question, when I asked the question, I was thinking more of like solitary confinement, not hearing nothing, going crazy in your own thoughts. But you kind of opened up something else that I didn't know. Like when a prison goes silent, that means something is about to probably jump off. If you don't mind, like again, expound on that, because when you said that, I was in a whole nother mentality. So I didn't even get the jewels you were dropping until after I had to go rewatch it and hear the people commentating on it. Like, man, he's hella right. When it's silent, that means it's just something.
You can feel the tension in the air, bro. It's so thick you can cut it with a knife. When you walk into that dorm and it's completely silent, the dance floor is clear. Everybody, all the Mexicans piled up right here, the blacks piled up right here, the white boys piled up over here. you automatically know something finna happen. Somebody finna die. And you praying to yourself and it has nothing to do with you. Because when you walk in that door, you don't know if this cake has been baked for you and everybody in on it, or for somebody that's coming in behind you.
How long can a silence like that last? Like, can it go on for hours, days?
No.
It's gonna happen quick.
No. If it's silence right now, in the next 10, 20 minutes or the next hour or so, depending on what time they say, as soon as they get green lit, it's over with. Ain't no waiting. They don't do no waiting. You fuck up and get up under the radar and they find out about something you did, either to keep a race riot from going down, or either your own people punishing you for something that you did. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to know until it go down. You're not going to know. Everybody going to the fences, going back and forth. They shooting kites and all this stuff. Everybody going to be in the loop about it except you.
Yeah.
But one thing I can tell you, before it happens, you going to know it's you. You going to know. It's just a feeling that you get. It's an eerie ass feeling that you get, bro.
So that means somebody who does something wrong and there's no repercussions that at that moment, like let's say when you say mind your business, you out here talking and you feel like you didn't say too much. You feel like you didn't say too much to the wrong person. And it's like next morning, just dead ass quiet. You should kind of feel like this may be for you. You don't know, but
you don't know. And a lot of times you feel like it might be for you. And you knife up. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know. You don't know. Until they come in there and the homeless be like, hey, Mexicans from West Texas and shit talking about they finna run your boy up, run one of their homies up. Stay out the way. Don't go outside. Don't. Okay. I feel a lot better now. You know what I'm saying? Because this whole time and shit, I'm thinking, should I just go out and just hit somebody in the neck and shit and hope the deuces go off and shit and they run up in this bitch and save me and shit? Or should I just be a hoe ass nigga and walk to the lieutenant's office to tell him to lock me up? My life is on the line. They gonna kill me.
That's two crazy options. Attack first or be shit. Damn, it's two crazy options.
But either way it go, revenge is a cold ass meal. It's a cold ass meal, bro. And no matter where you go, if you didn't get your issue where you was at, it's almost like Final Destination, all the movies and shit.
Yeah.
Don't think you're going to cheat death, bro. It's going to catch up with you.
That's some real stuff, man. With that being said, we have these stories. We do this thing, man. And again, we don't glorify. We're trying to educate. We don't glorify anything that, of course, could cause somebody to be up in that penitentiary system or things that go on inside there. But as always, man, again, you've been talked to a few people that have met you now, have seen your face, have watched these prison stories. For those that are hearing your message, are hearing you speak, again, take a moment to speak to them and to remind them again why they don't need to be taking no penitentiary chances to sit up on the dead man's time. You said at the beginning, too, as far as even being innocent, but again, just remind them why they need to be able to say, nah, let me not do this. And again, I like what you said when you said educate yourself on the crime. Yeah. And educate yourself on the time that you're going to do.
Not just on the crime, but you educate yourself on the time it holds too. Yeah. Because this might be a white collar crime and you seen somebody on TV do this crime and shit, and they walked away with 7 months in the feds. But you don't know if that's how much that time actually carried. Was there some favoritism going on and shit? Did he talk on the low? Because let's get it straight. Everybody talking about your name being mentioned in the paperwork and shit. I know plenty motherfuckers and shit who done went up in there fucking talking, running their mouth and shit, and said, I talk, just don't put my name in that paperwork. I give you what you want. I'll point you in the right direction. Just don't put my name in it.
That's right. It's crazy how snitching could take so much time off of a sentence. How pointing someone in the right direction, someone could go in for 7 months or 7 years. That's just the fact that that's the way they play with someone's life, and they'll put that option in front of you to where you say you could sit for 7 years and your kid's gonna be grown, or you could go do this small amount of time. Just point us to who supply you, who, and they be like, damn.
When the feds came to see me, they came on a Sunday. I'm in the county jail. We don't even get visits on Sundays. So you know something ain't right with that. They calling my name. Wait. Got a visit. Man, stop playing, man. It's Sunday. I ain't got no visit. Put your clothes on. Let's go. You got a visit. They take me to visitation, all right. But then they take me through a side door and stuff, and I'm in this look like a little office. They got this big ass table sitting here. They got files after files after files. All these pictures spread across the table and shit. And I'm looking, I'm like, and I see the badges. The fuck? Man, y'all can take me back to my cell. Sit down. I don't know nobody who don't want help themselves. That's the first thing they're gonna tell you. Help yourself. Don't worry about the next motherfucker and shit, because either way it go, they gonna get got. Just a matter of time. But you need to help yourself. We don't even want you. We want him. We want him. We want him. What do you know about this person? I don't know shit about that dude. Don't lie. Isn't this you in the pictures with him? Man, I'm a rapper and shit. I take pictures with everybody. That's how you gonna play it? And they threaten you with all this damn time, especially if they know you lame and you don't know. You naive. Because at first, that Ernst book, I didn't know nothing about it. I didn't know that regardless of what I say and don't say, I'm getting sentenced by these parents. I didn't know that. But then he'll talk about you're gonna get a life sentence. You're gonna get this. We can make a lot on you. Rule 35. What you mean a Rule 35? What the fuck is that now? Take 7 years off your sentence. For every one of these pictures you picked out and give me something on them, shit, I take 7 years off your sentence. But you're gonna have to get on that stand and print the finger for it to work. Man, y'all might well take me back to my motherfucking cell. I'm not doing that shit. Is you bitches gonna come down there and protect me?
Oh.
That's what I've never understood about a snitch. You're not even going home. Yeah. Your dumb ass still gotta come down there and face me.
That's the problem. I don't think the snitches know, like, the way the way the feds will try to talk you into not help yourself. The moment you try to help yourself and point a finger at someone else, they got to go with that paperwork into the goddamn system, and that might be a worse death sentence than you just saying, all right, whatever time y'all give me, I'm gonna just go down there and do it. Walking in there again, I'm just learning off of the stories y'all telling. Like walking in there with that jacket on you, the feds ain't gonna tell you that this is what they gonna make you feel like you about to go home tomorrow. Like, are you about to go home? And you got to go in there and sit down with that jacket on you, and you got to face whatever comes with that. They don't warn you about shit like that, which is crazy.
It's crazy.
Which is crazy. So that might be the lesson right there. That's the lesson for today, kids. Goddamn, stand tall, shit, bro. Learn the crime and learn the time, but also keep your name at that paperwork, bro. God,
yeah, keep your mouth closed, man. Like, you're gonna do it. If you're not gonna do it, man, get out the way.
Stand on your own.
Get out the way, man. There's 1,000 ways to skin a cat. You trying to get money and shit, you ain't got to scam. You ain't got to scam because all that money and shit, it comes so fast, You're going to be broke before you know it. And then you're going to be trying to do something else to keep that money flowing. So now, drugs, scamming, any kind of criminal act that we do, it's made to be a stepping stone for you to get from point A to point B and get the fucking one out the way, bro. That's what it was made for. That's what the dope game was designed for. But y'all want to relax. One more kilo. One more ounce. One more lick. And one more lick turned into 25 more licks. And then here come the biggest lick of them all when they come slap the cuffs on you.
And that's the last thing I want to ask you is, we talked about how much time you get for serving certain kind of crimes. And I was looking at how much time they was giving out for marijuana back in the 80s, early 90s, like having what they consider dope. Mm-hmm. And I look at the rules of marijuana now, and I'm like, the amount of time they were giving out for someone getting caught with 2 pounds of marijuana, which people smoke freely now. Not even pounds, ounces. The amount of time they gave you for ounces. What are your thoughts on just the injustice of drug charges?
First of all, we've all played ourselves from day one with the dope game. Whether it's weed, cocaine, fentanyl, it don't even matter. Eazy-E, the rapper, Eazy-E, the real Eazy-E. You want to know why he was in that White House? He was paying taxes on the drugs that he was selling. Mm. Did you know that?
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah. That's real shit. I'm not making it up. If you go down there and say, hey, I sell drugs for a living. This is how much I make a year. How much you gonna charge me in taxes? So leave me the fuck alone. They gonna tell you. Because at the end of the day, Uncle Sam on his cut of whatever is being distributed out in these streets. They don't give a damn about what you selling. They just feel disrespected when they don't get a piece of it. But you wonder why some drug dealers got a 20-year rap and never been touched. Now, I'm not saying all of them paid their taxes, but I know quite a few of them and shit paid taxes on what they was. Yeah.
That's some real shit. That's some real shit. All right. Well, you already know what it is, man. Again, this is just education, man. And for those that are watching, again, we are not trying to glorify these prison stories or anything like that. We're just trying to educate as far as what goes on behind those doors. So therefore, y'all don't end up there. But with that being said, Ice, again, I got to start making sure they follow you. I got to start making sure they, because you got a lot of fans now. Tell them where to follow you. Tell them what you have coming up, man. As we're closing out 2025, we're kind of going into the third and fourth quarter. Tell them how to follow you and what you got going.
You can follow me at Ice Gizzle, IceGizzle 557 on Instagram. Same goes for Facebook, TikTok. Just throw in Ice Gizzle or my government name, Nathaniel Wade. You know what I'm saying? I have music on every platform there is. I have videos out. I got a movie coming out before the end of this year. We're about to start shooting right now. It's called When Money Is Not Enough.
Yeah, there you go, Don. That's for Money's Not Enough. They've used some of these things that you've said like in like classes. So I gotta say, you might be. I don't know if prison made you as wise, but wisdom is, you can't pay for wisdom, and you have that in spades. So if anybody sees this, hashtag Prison Stories 101 on any platform, you'll probably pull up and see this man dropping some hella dimes that y'all need to pick up. But with that being said, Ice Gizzle, we appreciate you, man. This is Prison Stories 101, man.
Salute.
Let's go.